And I think we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing? I'm hoping we're doing very, very well. That's the big important point. Yeah, I'm sorry I started the stream a little bit later than I expected. I say a little bit later, it was like within the minute, so I'll let myself off. But I have been working quite hard at a super secret project for the last while. And I'm working on a little bit of a promo-y thing for it that I think should be quite fun. At least as a little teaser before I get like all the details ready, because once all the details are ready, everything's going to come out and we're going to find out a lot. But I'm very excited for this. Let's hop over to my live tab so I can actually see the chat whilst I get Football Manager open. Which should be right good, isn't it, brother? There we go. Arlo is slowly losing his mind, but Arlo is consistently losing his mind. So there's nothing new there. Hello there, Ricky. How's it going? Right. Where are we? There we go. Just need to make sure that nothing is going to try and pop up in the wrong places. Potato indeed, the Orange Raider. Okay, cool. Right, so people that I've needed to ask questions to, I've asked questions to. Well, some of them. There's significantly more of them. But yeah, this general stream is going to be a fairly chill one. It's going to be playing a bit of Football Manager, talking about transfers and stories and stuff, and answering any questions that you've got. It's not going to be super long because I've got another stream to do a little bit later. But I'll go into that a little bit more detail a little bit later on. Yoto, yo-yo. There we go. We got there in the end. But yeah, how are we doing? I'm hoping we're all doing fantabitosi, and I'm hoping that we actually sign a player fairly sharpish, because it was said that we would have some news by the Cardiff presser, or at least it was heavily implied that way by Daniel Farker, and since then it hasn't happened, which is spooky time. But maybe there's something sneaky going on. I'd quite like that Daghim guy, from what I've read, but whether or not that happens, we'll have to find out. I love that for the first time in 4 months, I've just popped open Flight Radar just to be like, yeah, well, we'll see how we're going. Is there anything fresh coming into Leeds Bradford? Probably not. But you got to ask the question. You got to check. Right, I think we won't make any changes to the team. I think we stick with the team because it's a good team. Any FM25 news I can't find out? I don't think so yet. Which is starting to get annoying. It's starting to get a little bit tiring now. Where are all the private planes to Leeds Bradford? There's a Learjet coming to Leeds Bradford at some point soon. That could be quite nice. Scheduled in at 6:37. I don't think that's going to be relevant, and it's coming in from Jerez, so that's also not super relevant to any of the links that we've got, but it could be of interest. I wonder what the other stream is. Oh, I've got no idea. Heard first week of March release. That would be good, because I am helping out with a charity gaming streaming thing in the... Let's have a look. 3rd week of March. So that could leave things a little bit tricky, a little bit tight, a little bit difficult if it isn't out by that point. Like, can't quite do a stream on a game that doesn't yet exist. That, I feel, would be a problem in terms of practicality. Byram and Adingra are lacking in match sharpness, and Mistral will see out the match. That's fine. We're missing 90% of our squad anyway, so it's okay. We will give Dort Hergman... I don't want to give him the number 9 yet. I want him to earn his number 9. Give him 27. And then Adingra can take 18. Did Rafinha have 18 for a season? I feel like Rafinha had 18 for a season. Or am I lying to myself? But we're having Adingra as our sort of version of Rafinha. Like a championship Rafinha. Which is not like Rafinha at all, come to think of it. But you know what? We can pretend. We can act. We can play at being Rafinha. First season, thought so. What was his second season? Did he move to 19 for Pablo's? I can't remember. Naismith puts the corner in. I feel like we're going to have some problems here. Because Bristol City are quite good at 10. Okay, that makes sense. Isn't it weird how we all had like a big problem with Peru being the 10 and we were like, he's not going to play in the 10, is he? But like, Rafinha had it before him. Not straight before him, but prior. Sorry, I just need to quickly read an email regarding the important thing. Right, the Dingra. Outside, Ramazani. Well dealt with. Right, Esbel, don't know who you are. But Mayulu, we know who you are now because you've just scored a goal. Fantastic. Good start to our heavily injury-stricken squad. Bugger. I need to reply to that at some point. Don't know when. Don't know how, to be honest with you. Let's encourage the boys. Let's hope that does something. It won't, but we can dream, and let's be a little bit more positive. Try and take the game to them. Naismith puts it in. Reasonably well dealt with. Aronson, for some reason, hits that with a diving header, which is an odd choice. Knight plays his way out, manages to beat the man, shoots, and Karnaseki deals with it very, very nicely. This could be bad. Back to work, Toodles donk. I forgot about the donk. Okay, Return had it before he left. Oh, yeah. Major left yesterday with the Jer thing. That was the goal. I was like, I'm gonna do something funny. You might as well have a nice time in the stream, you know, rather than just being all serious. I was like, let's go a bit fun. Right, got donked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Cool. Right, so what the hell do we do here? We're not even getting shots on goal. We'll never win games playing like this. Yeah, that's the problem, innit? Let's try shoot on sight and see if we can get anywhere near them. How? What? How did... We'll change the tactics a bit further. Out of possession. Let's stop the crosses, shall we? And let's squeeze them inside. Because both of their goals have come from crosses into the same guy. So if we can stop them getting the crosses off, then that's the start, right? Aronson finds a Dingra, who just gives the ball away. Viner to Dickey. This has gone backwards. This has gone backwards very quickly. I'm not enjoying that. Email is just staring at me right now. As is the weirdest bit of promotional material I've ever put together, so that's always fun. O'Leary to Naismith. Pings it all the way back to Ramazani, which is good. Viper. Come on, release it quicker than that, mate. Adingra. We've got an overlap going to Byram. Cut it back, cut it back, cut it back. Oh, he's not there. I want to go back to what our tactic was. Because we lessened the intensity for this match, and then all of a sudden we've gotten worse. So I think we need to go back to what we were doing. So the mid block does not work. Let's fix things. Let's go back to what we were doing before we were like, we've got too many injuries. Because at the end of the day, the injuries are more viruses than muscular. Viner. Byram can't do anything about him, which is a little bit of a shame. I don't mind losing to Bristol City, because why is it doing full match? Key highlights. Let's go back to what we normally do. Why did it change everything? Yeah, where did all my settings go? Grew up to Aronson. Come on. Cuts inside, has a go, doesn't work out. Because of course it doesn't. Because we're this version of Leeds, and it's not going to work for us. That's our one shot so far. And it was horrific. Gruev. Borough have equalised as well, which is sort of bad for us. Over the top, Viper to Byram. Byram is off, is he? He's on. Ooh. That keeps things interesting. That's an anti-donk if I've ever seen one. How Byram stayed on there, I will not understand. But we got away with one. I'm going to get the standard stream music up and going. Because I realised I forgot. It's really slick of me, actually. Yeah. And I forgot that it was 2-0 rather than 1-0. Let's put a smile on fans' faces by putting ourselves in promotion contention. Not happy with your defensive work. Not happy with your playmaking. Not been good enough in front of goal. Hopefully, by giving everyone a bollocking, everyone understands that I'm not happy. And hopefully my pain will bring them goodness? I don't know. It all comes from a place of it might make sense. It won't, but it might. It's always press Faelu. Maelu, sorry. It's F Maelu, that's why it confused me. Right, Pring. It's a bird. We've been better since we went back to our old system. Like, we've scored and we've not conceded. I don't know why I said that when they had the ball. But Karnaseki's trapped it quite nicely. Stroke. To Byram. Not a bad touch to take himself forward. A Dingra. Come on. And we're wide open on the right flank. Bell. Doesn't do much with it, which is fine. Pring over the top. That's a ball. If that went in, there was nothing we could do about that. Would have been well earned. Yeah, I've already said pressed Milu. Naismith. In low. Dicky. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're fine. We're good. How many do you think we'll sign if any this one does? I'm still convinced we do 2. I don't know what 2. But I get the feeling that there's going to be 2 on the way. And I'm not going to put a name on it because like I don't think even we know the names yet. Because it's going to be a late one. But I kind of get it. Like, we know what the issues are right now with like player availability and stuff, so I don't mind it too much. Whack on Turgeman. Gruev is not having the best of matches, so we'll try Bar. Stroke's not booking, but do you want to mess with that? Karnaseki's also apparently having a really bad game. We've got 2 more changes. We'll do Bradley for Bogle, and then we'll make 1 more judgment in a minute. Going across for a few days tomorrow, seeing my mum who I haven't seen for about 10 years and I'm a bit nervous. Oh, is it not seen for 10 years for a bad reason or a good reason? I don't want to like dive in too hard, but I'm trying to work out how to sort of like judge it. Right, come on. But yeah, I think someone in an attacking role seems almost certain, and that link to target makes me think that Turgeman! And that link to target makes me think that we're definitely looking at defenders. At the very least, we're having a little bit of a sniff around, which I'm not going to complain about, to be honest. It's not a bad place to be looking for a little bit of depth. I'm just a little bit confused that it would be target, and that makes me think that it's probably not going to be target. Right, 2-2. Come on. Come on. They're running out of time. We're running out of time. Peru is just about fit enough for the end of the match, so he's going to come on for Aronson and play as a shadow striker. And hopefully we've got enough to get us over the line. Trying to remember broken bridges, but I'm just going to. That's fair. I'm not sort of like digging and saying like, "Oh, tell us more." It's more of a sort of, how do I broach this? Yeah. I hope all goes well, at the very least. Ramazani was somehow onside. Piru hits the bar. Thorman collects it. Go on. Oh. We're never changing this system again. Turkman nearly picks that ball up, which would have been lovely. Tube tries to cut inside, doesn't work out. Conor Bradley picks it up to Ramazani. Bar's making a run, as is Turkman. Cut that back! He's offside anyway. It doesn't matter. If you got your wingers on hold up the ball, it works for me. I don't know. I don't think so. But I like them being a little bit direct, you know. I don't mind that. No new transfers then. I've been looking as hard as I can to find anything. The only thing I've been able to find is on Dakeem, the guy from yesterday. Which I absolutely promise you, when it comes to it, if we do sign him, I don't know if we will. Like it would be nice, but yeah. I guarantee the pronunciation on that guy is going to be broken as anything. You're going to get a lot of dagging, I think. Just all sorts of, that's not his name. But a lot of sort of the comments to the video on that one were along the lines of, like, we don't need another winger. And it's like, well, he's not. That's because he's been playing as a 9 quite a lot recently. I'll have a quick look at Champions League on Flash Score. Leeds players trigger wage rises for Viper and Bar. Oh dear. Oh well, that's fine. We got a little bit of leverage in there. We need to keep winning games. Because I feel like we're going to hit at least 90 points and it's still going to be like, well, you're still not promoted though. Do we really need a new player? I don't know if we strictly need. It's more of a, it would be nice to have. It would be nice to have that certainty. Ollie Pickles wants a professional contract. Yeah, sure. Blah, 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 blah. Move on. Don't really need to do much here. Karnaseki speaking the language would be good, as would Clem. Look at Dan James' improvement, though. It's ridiculous. Ampadu's slightly diminishing, but he's still up there. Matt O'Reilly, I still don't quite understand. Like, weird player. We need a recruitment analyst. We need a scout. You're not great, though, are you? Adam Johnson, we will approach to sign, although we do recognise that you will not be like your namesake. Ideally, that would be good. Performance on this department's full, that's fine. And all these positions are also filled. Oh, he already works here, never mind. Yeah, that's fine. Department's full, cool. Yeah, it's one of those where I keep checking various bits of news to be like, have we got anything new yet? And it is always just sort of, no, not yet. Oh, okay. How about now? No, still no. Ah. What about, nope, still no. Good. And that just being the daily is a drag. Like, you start wishing for something to pop up, you know? Right, in the Premier League, who's struggling? Everton, Brighton, Leicester. So, depending on who comes down, there's signings to be had. Are there any like big sides actively struggling in their respective leagues at the minute? Just because if you've got like a Juventus or something that's on the brink of relegation, like imagine, go up, just sign all of their best. Easy. William Asula or Divin Mubama are the rumours from Wacko. Are they from reliable folks upon Wacko? It'll be an MLS signing. Why do you mean an MLS signing? A Shula, I don't know. Not convinced. If it's a Sula, he'll be on loan. Which, maybe, yeah, fair. The other guy, Mabama. Plays for Man City. Guessing a youth player then. I don't know why I'm checking on, like, Google. Rather than Football Manager, which is like the biggest of the football databases and is right in front of me. It's because I'm an idiot. But beyond that. Right. Blackburn, then Norwich, then Sheffield United. Should be a decent run of games for us. We should be okay with that. And then hopefully we close the gap to the clubs above us. Piru's resumed full training, which is good. Did I just play him without him being in training? Because that feels like that's probably a mistake. We've lost to City's 18s. You bastards. Finley Gorman being their best. You reckon we could just sign a child from Man City? Like, just be like, no, actually, yeah, we've got Spike Brits now. It was apparently quite good. At least that I know of. Dennis Bouanga from LAFC. I don't know that guy. I'm having a Google. Again, I've forgotten that I've got FM in front of me. He's more of a winger though, right? Let's see if I can find out a bit more about his contract. But he's not one that I'd see and go, oh yeah, that's perfect. Like if we signed him, I wouldn't want that to be a permanent because he's already 30 and I don't know if he's Premier League good, if that makes sense. You don't want to be signing the players that are a little bit too on the old side. Good crowd expected for Leeds match. That's nice. Thanks, guys. Ah. Strachan sings Viper's praises. Fair enough. He's scoring a hell of a lot of goals. Rima fancies chances. Harry Gray scored himself a goal, so he's coming along very nicely. I don't know at what age we can loan him out. I've completely forgotten about that. But we're going to be keeping him for the foreseeable anyway, so it doesn't make a difference, does it? Expectations for upcoming match. Everyone is thinking it's a draw, but they're 16th. So that's a little bit rude. What are we thinking? Do we think we win this? Do we think we lose this? It's away at Blackburn. So, I mean, following the trends, it's not going to be the best time, but I don't think we're going to lose. Like I'm feeling okay. Pick a good side. We'll be right. Yeah. Mildly spooky, but not too spooky. How are we on the fitness tests? Dan James still out. Ethan Ampadu still out. Victor Hugo could play. Rumours from Wacko, older than 19, younger than 27. Don't know if true though. Is that just a player that is in that age range? Because if so, that is exactly why whenever I see Wacko, I'm like, I don't know. Right, let's go to a more actual functional version of football. Because the last one, like, I understand why we would go for it, but it did not work. I also need to faff about with the set pieces, don't I? Because I keep not doing that. Right. Attacking set pieces. Routine number 1. Cool. Routine number 2. We will have a little bit of far post. No, wait, hold on. We've already got a far post in swinger. Remove that routine. Yep. That'd be a near post in swinger. Yes. And we will also have a central in swinger. I like an in swinger, and then we'll be changing it up as we go. I think that's both sides. That should be both sides. Do we get a set piece coach as well? I think that probably helps us here. Oh, and defending, right? Defending, I'm going to be a little bit silly. Let's get deft, shall we? I want a couple of players ready to do counter-attacking on, like, all of these set pieces. So if we have 3 players ready to go, that'd be nice. Sheffield United and Burnley have difficult away games, do they? Who have they got? Let's have a look. I'm also going to see Salzburg play. Atletico, so Digim could play that, but I don't know. Champo, let's have a look. Yeah, I think we do this for our corners from now on. Just because that gives them something more to think about. Aronson's been okay. Adingra wasn't great, so I kind of want to start Solomon instead and see how that goes for us. Valentin Gomez is back, so you get right in the squad, and as does Kevison. Thank God for that. Right, we're getting our players back gradually. Matt O'Reilly, still out for a few days. Tanaka, 3 weeks. Clem, another day, but that's not too bad, and then we'll have our squad. And we can start actually dropping Charlie Crew, rather than having Charlie Crew do the 21s and then do the seniors at the same week. It's also suggesting play Connor Bradley, and I kind of want to see how that goes. I thought I signed Victor Hugo permanently. No, because he was only interested in a loan, and then if we get promoted, we were going to sign him. Okay. Right, Peru, still not 100%. Let's not play you yet. Okay. James, I'm guessing fitness test not recommended. Cool. We can hope. Derby vs Sheffield United, Portsmouth versus Burnley. That could be an interesting one. Don't see anyone coming in. I still can. I'm still feeling okay. I'm still feeling 2. Ilameli is concerned and feels that Ilameli should have been picked. That's nice. You're not as good as Karnaseki, though, are you? Like, if you want to be in the squad, you've got to earn your way into the squad. And the reason I signed Karnaseki was because you didn't earn your way into the squad. Right, away at Blackburn, Ewood Park, under lights. Here we go. Let's just beat them, shall we? Manor Solomon. Lofted to Rothwell doesn't quite work out. Rodon picks it up instead. Out wide to Connor Bradley. Takes on his man. Into Ramazani. Back post. Solomon obviously isn't going to win the header. He's the shortest player in the squad. Gruev. Even after Popey's comments. What's Popey said? Let's have a look. Ramazani. Just keeps going. He's just relentless. He's unbeatable. Solomon turns, shoots. Post. Rothwell. What? Sorry? How? What did Poppy say? I don't know. I can't see anything. Nothing hugely of interest, but... Right, Rothwell. Pings in. Oh, Aronson. Largy beats his man. Wonderful. Doesn't work out. Piss. Okay, somehow we're not ahead. Despite absolutely pumping them so far after the game. What did he say after the game? You see the guy from Salzburg, how credible was the source? Okay, so it's the complicated one. Because in any other walk of life, if I said, it's the Daily Mail, I'd say, well, that's a load of bollocks, and you don't need to listen. But interestingly, it seems like they are 49ers Enterprise's outlet of choice. So the fact that a link with him came from the Daily Mail, which the 49ers tend to go through, tells me that there's at the very least something in that. Which makes me think, and being like Red Bull player, there's potentially something there. It's just a question of how something is the something, you know? Right, let's encourage the boys. See how that goes. Rothwell, far post. Again, we're doing the far post. And we're relentless at hitting the far post, but it's not. Viper makes it 2. There we go, 14 for the season. Would love McAtee. McAtee feels unlikely. If I remember right, he's got interest from Leverkusen, which would be far and above our level. No, wait, hold on, he's been denied a move to Leverkusen. One second, I have an article to read, so I'll let this run in the background. The San Buendia, I know, but there was a lot of words that they would sign in both. And that's why I'm sort of thinking, okay, that's quite interesting. Viper isn't on the end of that one. Let's fix that. There we go. Bradley, what a touch. Event seems to have unfolded. Blah, 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 blah. Viper, score again. There we go. 15 for the season. I don't know. I think if Leverkusen were in for him, coming to Leeds is a bit of a stretch. It'd be nice. It doesn't feel likely. Is where I'm sitting on it at the minute. I'd like to sign him, but didn't think Target would come. I don't think Target will come. I think that was... The Target thing seems to me like one of those where you just ask the question. Oh, Rodon. 4-0, half-time. Yeah, the Target one feels like it was one of those where it's like, as a just in case, you're quite far down the list, but we want to make sure that you are actually on the list. Is there a chance that Target's available? That feels like that's what we've done. Rather than saying, hello, can we sign Matt Target from you? Because I think he's quite far down on the priorities. And you know what? I'll take that. I do not mind him being in a distant, like, whatever place. Because, like, in the Premier League, sure, he can maybe be a decent squad player. I'm going to make some subs fairly early. Because Manor is not hugely at it, and I kind of want to play Dorturgoven again. And because it's 4-0, I kind of think it's a good chance to experiment with the system. So you can be the advanced forward. I would like Nelson to do the pressing. And we'll see how that goes. Surely the club must be close to signing someone. That's my thinking. I think it is close. Because I don't think Daniel Farker drops the line about maybe I'll have something to tell you by the next press conference if there's nothing. So I don't know whether it'll be done by the presser, which is tomorrow, but I feel like we will have gotten closer over this past week. You think something will be said? How do you mean? I think in the presser he'll be asked the question, and if he's asked about specific players, he will pull his, I don't like to talk about players that aren't under contract at Leeds or that are under contract at other clubs. And I think if he's asked the question about, do you want to sign someone, he'll just reiterate what he said, which is creative midfielder. Well, creative 10. And number 9. The people that like weirdly think yeah, he's gonna say who we're gonna sign in a press conference. It's like that's not how press conferences work. You go into a presser basically with the idea of, okay, let's see what we're gonna be writing the next few days as news stories on. Nothing huge. If they're signing someone, they're keeping it close to the chest. That's what they do, to be fair. Like, if that's the case, it does not surprise me. Because they are very, very quiet when they're getting players. Oh, fucking hell, Dingra. Have you got any more wingers on the bench? Villabar can do it. Has he done that? Right, might as well make some more changes then. Valentin Gomez we can bring on for Kevison, but I'll put him in at centre back. Beyond that, keep it as is, just in case of another injury, because it's a pain. All the local journalists are silent. That tends to be the case, though. I think we got way too familiar with the Cellino and the Radrizzani way of doing things, which is, look at me, I'm doing something, which isn't always the most, like, useful thing to do if you're running a football club. Sometimes, like, subtlety and quietness and all that is kind of key. Okay, maybe not Charlie Crew then. Maybe not Gilavogi then. Maybe we do this. And I think it's Joe that said it yesterday, that the club are always at their quietest when something is about to happen, and things have been just for quite some time. Do you think if Sheffield United don't get promoted, we'll go back and pay him out? I think there's... Is it him or is it Harmer? Every time I hear a commentator say it, they say it's Harmer, and it's like, is that his name? It doesn't feel like that's his name. But I don't know enough to question it. But yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know if he's Premier League level. It's hard to say. Hello, Sean. Alvedis class on FM. In my first 4 seasons, I've been promoted and won a Conference League and Europa League. Just about to start my 5th season. Very nice. I keep restarting my save because of the old ADHD. But the plan is, once the next game comes out, I'm going to have a save that just goes for the majority of the game cycle. He's a good player. He's not a pure 10 a lot of the time, though. Of course you're out for 3 to 4 weeks. Thanks, Adingra. I just want my players to stay fit for, like, a couple of days. Not having a serious injury. Like, that's the dream. Had we looked at Mainan from AZ in the summer but wanted to play Euro match to me, brother, never look? Maybe. I think as a rule of thumb, if someone is about to play in Europe, it's going to be real difficult to sign them from the Championship. Is roughly where I sit with it. So we might have a chance, but ADHD's killer everyone. Yeah, but that's true. But like, you got to get the spicy diagnoses right. You got to have like a psychiatrist go, oh yeah, yeah. Would you like some medication? And that's when you know you're like, oh, it's I've got the good stuff. Right, okay, thanks, doc. Right, Chelsea are sliding down the league. This little relegation tussle is very interesting to me. Plenty of players to look at signing. Did not mean to click on the Spanish First Division. None of those are in good. None of those are particularly good. None of those. Maybe Freiburg. Maybe Freiburg. It's already at Frankfurt. See, it feels right, but I'm not certain enough to commit to that. Just one signing would lift the fan base. That's true. But I'll be completely honest. I'm still in the boat of we'll be fine anyway. Like we've just played against Burnley, who are a team that, in advance to the match itself, I watched Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds, having a Burnley fan on, and he was like, "It's not like the Dyche years," and we made them play like the Dyche years. So I'm imagining that, like, in their position, they're just sort of like, "Ah, great." So we played Leeds, who were a slightly scary team, and they just put us back in our box. And absolutely we did. And I feel like that's something that we are good enough to do at the minute. I'm very confident about our position at the moment. Right, squad changes. James is still a little bit injured, but he can do up to 45 minutes, and Adingra's hurt, so we do that. Vili Clem, I would prefer to Giravogui, to be honest with you. And Victor Hugo, fitness test, not 100%. But he's very good, is the slight issue there. Charlie Crew I can finally drop. This is okay. This is fine. We don't need to keep Charlie Crew in the squad. But good old Vicky Hugo, where do you fit? Rothwell's not been its best. So I want to try Hugo as an attacking midfielder. Aronson keeps his playmaking job for now. Viper has just been, he's been too good to drop. Like, I'd like Peru to come back in at some point, but he's not 100% yet. Playing 4-4-2 with wing-backs, all attacking football, prime Bielsa ball vibes. He played a 4-1-4-1. Have you gotten lost, Sean? Right, that'll do, I think. I don't want to change anything too much. Except Grove's tired. And Padu's still injured. Sod it, we're going to change the midfield entirely. We're completely swapping our midfield out. Chaos ball, why not? Because Ampadu is still out, Tanaka is still out, O'Reilly is still out. Most injury-prone side I've ever seen. We'll go up what we invest when we're going up. We will. And this is why the fears about Farker in the Premier League in the past hasn't been great, is a little bit misguided to me. Because in the past, he was backed by Delia Smith. In the now, he's backed by a conglomerate investment group, which is significantly more than we can put into Delia's book sales. Yeah, Conor Bradley's great. We've only got him on loan at the minute, and I'd like it to be permanent, but like I don't know what sort of transfer budget we're going to be getting in the summer, so it's hard to say. But we got Norwich. Where are Norwich in the league? Let's pull up the table. 19th, which is territory of we should beat them, which is always a spooky sentence to say. Hugo to the far post. We don't need to keep going to the far post, guys. We're allowed to change things up a little bit. We're allowed to be a little bit on the spicy side. Gunn launches it up. Keverson deals with it nicely. Aronson picks it up. Hugo back into Strauch. You see, we're recycling the ball quickly. And then Rodon stands in it for a minute. Do you see us signing Rothwell permanently? Maybe. Thing is, I don't know if he gets back in at Bournemouth, so he's going to be looking for a move in the summer regardless, I think. I don't know if we've got an option in the deal. I don't remember having read about one. That looked off. That looked so off. It's not, and they've scored. Okay, good start. On the bright side, Borough also losing. I swear, playing this game is like being punched repeatedly in the balls sometimes. What? How? Right, Peru, you playing? Screw it. Our nice shiny new Brazilian is injured after 4 minutes. Which sucks, because he's really good. Can't even encourage the boys because they're so sad. Or because I've encouraged them to recently. Solomon, just play the pass, play the pass, play the pass. So many opportunities to play the pass. Ramazani. Will we sign Solomon in the summer, or will he go back to Spurs? I think if we're given the opportunity, it would make sense to sign him. Assuming he doesn't get any more injuries this season. If he proves himself as someone that is, like, at least, like, major injuries, right? Like, if he tweaks something for a week, fine. But if he has something that keeps him out for 3-4 weeks at any point, it's a case of, okay, maybe we don't permanently invest in you. Because that's where there's a risk. I didn't know Karnaseki was there. That was spooky. Strike to Clem. Nice. A little bit of quick progression. Viper was right there. We can pass the ball, Manor. We're allowed to. We'll do that. Just shout at them. Don't have to shoot every time. It's okay. You can put it inside. Fart out. Sergeant, nice little challenge by Aronson. I'm not convinced he got the ball, but FM animations are doing their thing. Nelson Viper goes around the side. Oh, I don't know if that is. I'm not convinced. But it's fine. I think Piru takes the pen. Steps up, has a go, bang, in the corner, 1-1. And you know what? I'm not complaining. Justice has been done today by us getting that penalty and by us scoring that penalty. Yeah, I think work the ball into the box would be quite helpful. McLean. I'm going to call him John. I know it's Kenny McLean, but come on. Kevison to Piru. Piru finds Ramazani somehow. Viper sees Aronson on the overlap. Cut that inside to someone. Ramazani was just inside you. No, phrasing. He wasn't that. Stroke. You see, that's what we need you to do, Solomon. Just, like, lay the ball off. FC 25 or FM? For me, FM. Like, FC 25 is, like... I don't know how to phrase it. It's a game that's designed to prey on people with addictive personalities. Because of the whole, like, big monetization, you gotta pay us some money in order to get X, Y, or Z stuff. And... And sure, that works for EA. Fine. They make a lot of money doing that. Like, I understand it from that point of view. There's also sort of the moral conversation of from a young age, you're basically teaching kids to gamble. And that doesn't feel great to me. That feels a bit icky. Right, one sec, I do have to reply to this email. Clem to Solomon. Solomon, don't just shoot. Don't just... Now you can shoot. There we go. Kevison just misses, but like we're making that progress. Gun. Pings it long. Long balls, don't like them. That's how you lose the ball. Rodon. Out to Bradley. Ramazani's not making the run, but that's okay because Aronson's in there. I'm liking Aronson in the box-to-box, you know. Viper isn't on the end of it, but Ramazani is. Is Viper this time? How's that gone up? I don't... Right, 2-1 at half time. We are absolutely pumping this Norwich side. Things are going well, you're capable of even better. Need to finish this email though. I don't like doing No, let's not do that because that would be spoilers for the thing that's coming. There we go. It's better. You want any console or just PC? I just play on PC. Right. Response sent to email. Bosh. FM25 is a bit more fun also. Yeah, for me. Like, there's a little bit of randomness to it that isn't caused by the game engine specifically being like, and then sometimes you just lose the ball. And it's like, in this case, you can at least like blame players and their decision making for it, rather than knowing that you did the right thing with Nelson. You did the right thing with your controller, but at the same time, the game just go, nah, don't think so. Which is always kind of heartbreaking. And that's part of the reason that I just don't FC25. It's not for me. What a header. It's delicious. Right, 3-1. We keep pushing. We keep going. There will be a point where we're taking players off. Just to make... Mayulu is scoring again. Who is this guy? Why does he keep doing this? Where even are Bristol City? I can't see. Oh, they're top. Right, never mind. West Brom have a goal back, though. And what's going on with Borough? They're still losing to Blackburn. Yeah, PC's better for Football Managers because it's got like significantly more features. Right, who do we take off? Rodon is tired, so we whack on Valentin Gomez. Valentin Gomes. Largy is getting a bit knackered, and Dan James can have a little bit of time on the pitch. That's fine by me. Clem is fine. So we'll take off Aronson for Bar. And we save the final change for somewhere near the end. Because if we don't do that, then I promise you someone gets injured. And we're down to 10 men. Which isn't a problem in itself, because I think we've got the points wrapped up here. It's more of a just in case. We need Bristol City to start losing. I don't know how they've got 72 points. I'm just watching this one, particularly. I think Blackburn are going to win it now, and it's late enough for me to make the final change, in which I'm going to bring on Turgman. A few minutes off the bench. Wait, where are Luton? Why can't I find Luton? I don't know. They'll be somewhere. Might be full-time. Christine to Springett Doyle. Springett Doyle sounds like one of those schools that are just like so incredibly posh that people that aren't millionaires have never even heard of them. Calm me down about the Berlin match, should be at least one therapist. Oh, thank you. I'm always happy to do the job of soothing people, you know? I only got PS5 and wondered what the film was like on console, but it's included in PS Plus Premium, so I'll give it a go. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it's worth giving a look, even if it's like... Even if it's not the best, like if it's included in something that you've already got, then fine, that's all good. 2 points off Borough, who were in second. Bristol City are just pissing off. 14 matches left, 6 points behind them. It's a gap that can close, but like where it closes, I don't know. They've still got Borough to play. They've still got West Brom to play. But none of these are particularly, like, scary games for them. Another injury for 3 weeks. Should do a stream after every loss of soothing music and giving all positive slant. That's the thing, we didn't lose. Like, we drew. We're not in a bad position in the slightest. Like, we're all good. I think we're just good at being spooked. Which is a bad thing. Like, we should be better at being calm, I think, as fans. Oh god, Sheffield, then Sunderland, then Luton. Is not a list of clubs that you want to play in quick succession. Luton is less scary. But that Sheffield United into Sunderland like rotation is bad. Rima to be cautious in the Sheffield United match. Are we going to be cautious? No, at Luton are the scary one, because it's 6th and 3rd. Oh, good. I forgot that we're in an alternative version of the world. The board hoped to see the team move into the automatic promotion places. That kind of depends on other games. There's nothing I can do about that. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I get what you mean. But you've got the sort of, like, counter note on that of... I don't know how to phrase this. It would be me, like, wading into what... Because we know what Leeds fans can be like. It would be wading into what is a potentially very, very toxic chat. And yeah, you might get through to a couple of people. But the majority are not there to be cheered up. They do not want to be cheered up. They want to be mad. And that is not a place where you want to be doing the stream. Gonna stick with Kevison. He's a little bit on the tired side, but we've got options, so it's okay. We didn't end up signing a left back, did we? Bugger. Okay. And then wingers on support seemed to work last time out, so we'll try that again. Boop. And a boop. Oh, I forgot to put on the musicy bits. There we go. There's the soothing music. Oh, we might be okay, lads. We're against Jamie Shackleton. I don't think he's going to cause us that many problems. This is where he scores like 3, isn't it? This is where Shackleton's like, I was a goal scorer all along. Suppose that's why I'd be terrible at making YouTube videos and fall into bad traps. That's the thing, like, I would be fine doing that video, but I would also... Like, I don't know how to phrase it. It would be really bad if there was any... The shackles will be off. That's a good one. It'd be bad if it was a result that was like... Oh, that's a stinker. That was like even a little bit bad, but everyone was just losing their head. Because the amount of time I would spend being like, guys, it's fine. Like, these are the games where like it doesn't matter that much. And you would find it near impossible to sort of rein all of that in. And I think once it hits a certain degree of insanity, there's no way that you can drag it back from the brink. It doesn't happen. Right, O'Reilly fires it in. Bradley somehow wins the header. Very, very short boy, as far as I'm aware, but sod it. If you can head a ball, you can head a ball. Oh, so close. I think changing the corners has definitely helped us out here. Kuro? Back to Iwasaki. Where are you going to put it? Where's Shackleton playing for them? I've not even checked. Well dealt with by Bradley. Aronson pushes forward. Okay, I'm guessing that that's somewhere over the goal line, but for some reason those replays have never worked. So it's fine. Are we playing before everyone else for this match? Shackleton in the middle of the park is a weird shout as well. Don't know why you'd do that. But they have. And they've had a grand total of 1 shot so far. Which is why we kind of need to keep going at them. If we can keep being a problem. Don't mind playing for set pieces. What's going on with the music? Why does it keep stopping? I don't know. Need that open. No, 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 no. Okay. Right. That's about right. So I'm now doing something off screen that you can't see, but trust me, it's a fun thing. I'm having a great time. You guys are just confused. Mang was more that I feel we won't get much better chance this season after Sheffield and Sunderland both lost. We will. That's the thing. Like, maybe it won't happen at the same time on the same weekend, but those are going to happen. We've still got a point against third place in the league, a team that has not lost at home all season. And if that's any other week, you're saying that's a good point. And at the end of the season, like, the league table doesn't give a shit if you got a point in week 20, in week 46, in week 1. It matters what the final... Peru, what a finish. It matters what the final number is. And the fact of the matter is, said final number is going to be the same regardless of when we draw with Burnley. And they are still going to drop points around us. And we'll be fine. I'm comfortable enough with our position at the minute to think we're okay. Right, let's bring on Schmidt on the left, because give him a chance, and Bogle on the right. Because those are our more tired positions, because they do a hell of a lot of running in this side. And we should probably look after them a little bit more. They've changed to a more direct passing style. Oh no! Whatever will we do? You're banging it long to Kiefer Moore. Good luck. Solomon's on the tired side, as is our entire front line, actually. So I'll wait for after this highlight, and then I'll make some changes. Penalty for Peru. Wonderful. Where's Naka on FM? Couldn't find him. Dusseldorf. Surely. So you might just not have the second Bundesliga loaded in your save. We did get him from Dusseldorf, right? I think it was Dusseldorf. It was somewhere like that. But that's where he's going to be. Right, 3-0. We just keep going. Let's make a couple of changes now. I don't mind Peru being a bit tired. Solomon, you're not having the best of matches anyway, so I'll take you off. Largy is ridiculously good, so we'll make that swap as well. Viper or Peru to come off. I'll drop Viper in and play Turgeman up top. That'd be it. Yeah, you need to have the league loaded in order for the players in that league to show up. And that's what I think the problem is. Turgeman, you had such a perfect underlap from Bar then, and you timed it a little bit wrong. That's okay, he still got it. He still got it. Aronson, weird challenge, but it works out. Oh, you never score in that, buddy. Never. Not in a million years. Yeah, it's why I keep doing saves with, like, updated databases. So I can basically say, okay, cool. So this is what the squad is at the time of the save starting, and I can build it from there. Which is why I like restarted after the end of the summer window. Come on, there we go. Right, 3-0, fine. Well done, lads, good win. Have beaten Sheffield United, which is an important one. And I think I'll do one more match on this stream. And you know what? It might only be for now, but Borough and Luton haven't played yet. We are in the top 2. 3 points off Bristol City. Would literally make Tanaka the captain. It depends on what his leadership's like. Pure on form as we score an easy victory. Fan Debbie does it. He scored a goal and a penalty, so I don't want to give him too much credit. But alright, where are you hiding, Tanaka? There he is. Leadership is 12. I wouldn't make him a captain. He's a good player, but I don't know about captain. Recent form analysis has been pretty damn good. We've not lost for a while. Shit, when's the next FA Cup match? It's Hull, and it's in a while. That's fine. Once we beat Hull, is that then... We beat Hull, we're in the quarterfinals. And then you've got Borough versus Luton in a different tie. Very interesting. Okay. Right, hang on, gotta reply to everything. Piri shines as Vincent finds fitness. Fantastic. Scored twice against Blackburn Rovers. We're not going to win the league, but you know what? At least we're going to put up a good show. Plays out on loan. Perpich was fine. Matteo, eh. Sunderland are spooky. Sunderland are very defensive. Right. Yeah, we'll do Sunderland, and then I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling about Luton. Bristol City, however, have drawn. Luton have drawn. Borough have lost. So we're in the top 2. On merit, not because of games in hand now. I did say those 3 matches in a row that were relatively easy. Okay, this is where we need to be. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Sorry, I need to quickly edit an image. Someone's got back to me on something. Okay. It's all coming together. I can't say what's coming together, but it's coming together. Very nicely. Right, back to it. Sunderland. We can beat Sunderland. They're only 6th. New intermediary suggestion. Ismail Saibari. Never heard of you. With an unknown transfer value. My guy, your agent said that we should sign you. Your agent should have an idea of how much it would cost. Do me a favour and just tell me the number. Excited by informed Leeds United. I'm glad. Thank you, Marcelo. Right, we're the favourites, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. Not got Tanaka, Adingra, and Victor Hugo. Grove is still in doubt. Which is not where you want to be. Both of these are very interesting. Borough drop points, we can pull a nice gap. Bristol City drop points, we can get within 1 point of them. It's still 13 matches to go, so it's still too early to be doing this, but Borough have lost, which is big. So these next two matches against Sheffield United and Luton could be where we pull that gap out. In theory. In theory, he's doing a lot of work here. But you never know. Okay. Expect the team to win the next match. Of course they do. They always do. Oh, it's getting spooky now. That's a lot of fit players, including Ampadu. It's a hell of a player to have back. So if I quick pick, who does it suggest? O'Reilly in the midfield. I kind of like that. Piro's been doing a decent job in the 10. But he's also a decent 9. Sod it, Piro was a 9. I want to give Turgeman a run out behind him. James. Both of these are recommended for 75. Which isn't ideal, but it's fine. Then we'll do Rodon. Is Kevison tired or something? Not particularly, right, sod it. We'll try Kevison instead of Stroke. And Connor Bradley starting works for me as well. So, the perfect world here is a nice, comfy win. We just beat them. So we've got someone that can play right back, left back, and centre back, and central midfield. More central midfielders. Winger, number 9, number 10, bit of everything. So we're covered unless Karnaseki gets an injury. But that's unlikely. And if that does happen, I'm going to have a breakdown because that's not going to happen for 2 matches in the same season. I refuse to believe it. Okay. We've got our players back, except for Tanaka. Once we get Tanaka back, we're happy. We're good. We're fine. Oh, these play so defensively. Look at the 5 back with 2 defensive midfielders. We're going to get Burnley'd. I can feel it. Alright, Ballard. What a load of Ballards. Nice little chance from Connor Bradley, who just goes. He's just relentless. Find the right ball. Turgeman to Solomon. Not sure that was right, but it's okay because it's gone in anyway. Feel sorry for whoever's in the playoffs this season very hard. Yes, and that is why I'm very hopeful it isn't going to be us. Because if it is, oh boy. Yeah. If it's us, I don't think at Wembley. I did last time, and it's nice to have done it, but I don't know. I don't know if I can take that same pain against Solomon. That's delicious. Whoever has Burnley, good luck. That's the thing. Burnley, playing Burnley ball in the playoffs is not something that I think anyone wants to encounter. And if you are the team that is unlucky enough to need to encounter it, then you better have a plan. And it better be a good fucking plan. Because I can see them just, like, full Burnley in. Peru doesn't turn his man. Open. Wide to Ballard. Thompson. Back to Ballard. Back to Thompson. Why are they so good? What's going on? You're a hyper-defensive team. What's this tiki-taka bollocks that you're doing here? This is not acceptable. I've got 56 dropped frames. When did that happen? Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, Largy. You want to do a shift on the left? Good, because we've not got a choice. Oh. Two 0. Not a bad first half. Not a good one, but not a bad one. You're right, Lloydis. I'm going for an even 0. What do you mean an even 0? I'm just confused. Things are going well, but I kept all even better. Yeah, sure. Manor Solomon has scored twice, but I hadn't even seen that you called me JP. I'll take it, but you're right, JP. Yeah, pretty good. Hull are currently beating Sheffield United, and we don't care about that one, to be honest with you. Blackburn Rovers taking points off Luton, though, is very nice. Because it just holds Luton off a little bit. You're fucking kidding me. This has to be a joke. I'm being pranked. What? How? What? And we need to take Ampadu and James off just to make sure that they don't get injured. So, what? Okay. Half an hour left. We got one sub left. So I don't know if we go full park bus just to make sure we don't risk any more injuries. Then again, parking buses does not work in Football Manager. Oh, Kevison's exhausted as well. That'll be my last change. I'll bring on Stroke for Kevison. Because we need to do something just to keep everyone fit and healthy. Because otherwise we are in deep shit. Yeah, let's work the ball into the box as well. Screw it. It's 2-0. But if we can take a bit of sting out of the game, that'd be very nice. Them directly injuring two of my players as well is I'm going to assume it's because of tackles until I have proof otherwise. And if I have proof otherwise, I'm not going to accept... What the fuck was that, Rodon? I'm not going to accept it as evidence. Like, no matter what, I'm blaming them. It's all their fault. None of my mistakes today are my mistakes. It's all theirs. I'm being an irresponsible boy. And I'm going to lean into it. That'll do. Cheeky little 2-0 victory. Fantastic. Well done, lads. A good win for us. Absolutely. They did very little. Kept them out. And we kept them out pretty damn well. Like, they didn't provide a threat. So, I'm hopeful. 4 points clear of Middlesbrough. Hopefully that is the start of a little bit of pressure sneaking in there. 2 points over Luton. 4 behind Bristol City. I don't think we have to play Bristol City again. Which is a nice treat. Regis Lebris. Having a little bit of a chat. Manor Solomon injured 3 to 6 weeks. Great. At least Peru's only 1 to 3 days. The idea was to not play Bar that much this season, but because of injuries, he's just been constantly in the squad. So he's got a pay rise coming, which I'm really looking forward to having to pay. Coyle finds a way. Good. It's not sparked the fucking crisis because every single time someone becomes uninjured, someone else becomes re-injured. And the cycle just, it rolls and it rolls and it rolls and it rolls. It's been going the wrong direction for a while. Which is bad. It's very bad. And now we've got Luton. I'll play the Luton one. And then I will likely save and finish before we double hull. Rima talks Morris. Of course he does. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Training we can read Kanasashi, incredible in training. No expectations from Parag. Everyone's expecting a draw. I wouldn't hate a draw. I'd take a draw all day long. Who have Bristol City got? Burnley. Okay. That's fine. I don't mind that. Borough with Portsmouth. Okay, yeah, that's cooked. That's not even worth considering. These are also playing 5 at the back, because of course they are. Why would they play anything interesting? Oh. Matt O'Reilly, poor guy, exhausted, dead on his feet. Dan James is only good for 75 minutes, same for Ampadu. We're going to need to keep that one in mind again. Ramazani out on the left. Unless... push Brendan wide, play Viper behind, and play Turgerman. Clem makes the bench no matter what. Because with Ampadu hurt, Clem can fill in that gap. Where's Strout gone? Left back, okay. But we got Keverson on the bench. That adds up, right. The math is mathing. I don't want to put Piru on the bench, though. But he's passed a fitness test, so... I kind of have to. Let's go with it. It's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be good. I believe in a thing called love. That's the next line, right? Someone? It might be. Right. Here we go. Now we can make a difference. Media have given you a lot of credit, put on a worthy display. That would be nice if we could win. Oh, it's another 5 back. I don't like playing against a 5 back. It's so boring. They're like, look at us defending our net. Grow up. Why can't you just concede goals like the rest of us? Gosh, that's the more fun way of doing it. Just vibes ball, you know? Yeah, I think at least 3 teams are hitting 90. I can feel it. And that is more than feels safe. Mengi to Cock. Well dealt with by Ramazani, who just goes. Look at that pace on him. Whoa. Flash it in, have a go. How's that not hit someone? How's that not just bounced in the right direction? Have we not had a shot from that? They've now had a shot, but it's 0.01 XG, so I don't mind too much. That's fine. But the last thing we need is them bouncing right back up and getting promoted. O'Reilly to the far post. That's not bad. Not great either. Ramazani picks it up. Ideally to launch an attack, not to just lose it. Good challenge by Aronson though. Gruev back to Ampadu. Back to Gruev to Gomez. Just got control. And keep control, ideally. Just slowly working our way out to the left flank where we've got about 1,000 players. Let's pretend that was on purpose. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's gone. Viper wins it. Turgeman, have a go. Just go in. You just hit the ball. Moses. Why? Why? That was fucking dreadful. I've done nothing all game. Gotta read the text commentary and see who it blames. It doesn't. It doesn't put it down to a mistake or anything like that. I think we get a little bit more attacking. Rework some of the roles so it's a bit more aggressive, a bit more having a go. 3 injuries in the Blackburn versus Hull match already. Oh, come on. And Viper's got a knock as well, which is wonderful. What do we do with Viper? Injured but feels he can shake it off. He's got 10 minutes to shake it off, and then if that doesn't happen, then it's someone. I don't know who. Someone. And we're going to have to get super aggressive if it comes to it. Gruev. Delicious. What a finish. Just, oh, work of art. Both of our centre-backs are booked. Oh dear. Okay, that's a problem for the 55th minute. Which is now. It's a problem for right now. And if they get booked right now, then I deserve it. For making it a problem for future me, which is now me. Ramazani. Okay, clever. Nice little bit of progression. Viper. All the way across to Bradley. They are wide open. Aronson. I thought that was off. I was convinced that was off. I was not comfortable with that in the slightest. But it's worked. It's fine. We're good. 2-1 up. And Borough are losing. Which extends that gap a little bit further. Got 65. I don't... It's hard to decide, really. Because if you're winning and it's this in the balance, you don't mess with it. Ramazani cuts it back. Handball. Surely that's handball. Surely that's a foul. No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We need to make the changes. Viper is now big tired, so let's not piss about with that. Aronson come inside. James can go out wide. Matt O'Reilly is also exhausted. Oh, bar works, I think. As a box-to-box. That's a little bit better. Ampadu and Gomez. Yes, I've got enough centre-backs to change both of them. So I'll do that. I'll bring on Rodon, and then Kevison can come on there. And that keeps it fresh. And we've still got a change left to make if we have any more problems. Which I think we should be fine. But getting this one done is going to be one of the most important results of the save. For me. 85th minute we might make another swap. I don't know what, but no. Okay. Shit. I was about to go more defensive as well. Oh, can't do that now. Ramazani's tired, so we make that swap, do that, and bring on Piru. For the last... That's not Piru, that's Rothwell. For the last few minutes. And we hope it works. And if it does, wonderful. But I'd rather chase the 3 points. James, in behind. And it's not offside because it came off the defender. Okay. Instructions. All the time wasting. Drop the tempo a touch. And defensive line to standard. We're not getting stuck in, because that's danger. Because that's where red cards are. But... 9? It's a conspiracy. It has to be a conspiracy. Connor Bradley takes it on, gives it to Dan James. I'm very glad we had James to get off the bench. Oh, he's offside. We gotta make it count. It has to. Dan James, man of the match off the bench. Went at our best, got the result. That's the way you put it, innit? We've been better, but they were worse. 5 points clear. 11 matches to go. That feels like it's put us in the right direction. Borough ended up losing 1-0 as well, which is big, which puts a lot of pressure on them. Doesn't want to use the officials as an excuse. What even happened? Like, you injured our players. That's 4 to 6 days. Great. We're at the point where it's just a problem because it's going to stop the rotation against Hull. I don't know who you are, but I'm going to keep an eye on you because you're incredibly good. Oh, you're at Losk. Okay. That would be why. Hull have just beaten Blackburn. And then we get to play them Tuesday and Saturday. Which is pain. Jed Wallace is somehow the player of the week. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. How much is Piru worth at the minute? 25 to 31 million pounds. That feels low. Like, he's got 27 goals in the Championship. Another one in the Carabao Cup. So he's got 28 goals in 33 competitive appearances. And they're like No, no, not that excited by him, to be honest. What? Why? He's really good. Right, Spurs Ipswich in the Carabao Cup final. That's such a weird match. And Spurs have won a trophy. Very nice. It's the Carabao, but if they were going to win anything, it was going to be that one. Yeah, we did nothing in this competition this season, which is fine. Like, to be honest, we weren't that bothered. Strachan sings Viper's praises. He better sing Viper's praises. Nelson is the boy, and we love him dearly. He's worth 22 to 27 million pounds. And to be fair, as strikers go, Peru, Viper, Turgerman. I don't know if we keep Peru going into next season, you know. Ha ha ha. You got me there, Danny. No, you didn't. But I like the try. I like the effort. Right. Injury update. Here we go. Still out is Tanaka, Solomon, Viper, Adingra, Hugo. I imagine this squad with those 5 also in there is just piss take. And then recently back is another shitload of players. Because like every game is just another injury and another injury and another injury. And that's why we've had to sort of deepen out the squad as much as we can. But I'm going to call that stream there for now. And we'll deal with a chunk of the remaining games in the next one. Matches to watch for the next stream include Luton, Sheffield United. Sheffield United in 21st, so we'll probably lose to Luton realistically. Bristol City face off against Oxford United. Should be a win for Bristol City, but it could be an interesting one. And then Borough are against Sunderland at home. That one could be quite tight, but looking forward to it. So, let's save the game. Let's head over to the chatting screen, and let's end the stream there. So, hope you enjoyed. If you did, pop a like on it, subscribe, all that sort of fun stuff. Become a channel member if you're not yet as well. That's always really fun. It's 99p for a month, and you get like videos early and stuff. It's great. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. Toodaloo.